Although clearly reminiscent of the known viper species we encounter with some regularity, this specimen is unique for a number of reasons, not the least of which is its gender. This being the only male viper ever reported, it may be possible to repurpose some facet of its biology for use in our own armor development programs. Fair enough when the Andromedan autopsy is over. Still, Jesus, that was fast. Well, let us continue with what the War of the Chosen might bring. So glad that that's over and done with. We know of the other facility in New Australia, and I'm going to continue going for the overgrown tank because I want to see what the heavy weapon
have
is.
lost sight of their purpose, for they are easily swayed by their own ambitions, their own misguided judgments. Through their faults, I will shine as the Elder's true chosen, the rightful heir to their throne, an uncontested ruler of the new world that awaits.
Commander,
You guys
there
are
were a
wounded.
few wounded during the latest covert action, but after a few days' rest, everyone will be ready to get back out there.
Love loot, but income increases. I don't actually really need that much income right now. Now we've gotten through most of our problems. I actually am probably going to get the beam weapon research because guess what? Waka, get on it. Waka, where are you? Or is Waka not available? Is Waka crying in a corner somewhere? No, Waka isn't. And then... oh, it just requires a scientist. I'm gonna negate the wound risk, because I also... do we have feedback available? We do. Can you people, like, get a room finally? It'll be 5 days. I want them to bond, because I need a bond on Waka to make Waka more useful.
We will work hand in hand with our new allies.
I want to see if the beam weapon thing is actually pertinent, because if it boosts the damage of every single beam weapon, which would include the cannons, to even greater heights, yes please. Squeezing out every single point of damage that I can get will be phenomenal when it becomes available.
Although we were successful in defeating the genetically augmented
There are 2 other test subjects somewhere. Let's destroy it. Wait, can I just assault the facility? Do I have access to Australia? Huh. Well, if I wasn't removing negative traits and doing stuff like that right now, I would gladly just assault the facility right now. And here comes the retaliation.
There will be no escape, no mercy for those who would defy my gods.
Hell face. Well, let's go and try to save them.
Setting course for Eastern United States.
Mox has lost his negative trait, finally, so he's no longer afraid of the Chosen. We just kept drilling into his head the sheer number of times we've put down the Chosen in one aspect or another. Alright, so who do we have access to? Wow, you're no longer tired. I'm assuming Abco is, though. If Abco isn't, I'm going to question why. We don't exactly need another heavy. Is Abco available? Abco? Oh, Abco's tired. That's why you're not taking him. Alright, big country. Guess we can come on out without any bond bonuses. Yeah, you're well equipped. Choi is fine. We don't have any... wow, we have a lot of heavies. Like, we have a lot of heavies. I didn't use the war suit. Alright, well... Mr. Cajun, Ragin' in a Cajun, if I could equip the war suit to you, please.
We're calling this heavy power armor the War Suit. This is as tough and strong as we can make it, with plenty of power for handling heavy weapons.
We're still keeping the McDonald's colors on you. Instead of a rocket launcher, I like the shredder gun more, in all honesty. Talon rounds... it increases crit chance and damage on the gun, but I'm going to take AP because there's mechs here, and I would rather have the 8 armor-piercing effects. Mox, before I forget, we can upgrade your bullpup, right? Right, we can upgrade this too, so we're going to instant build the Ripjack, and we're going to get the Plasma Boltcaster. I did not realize we could just upgrade... Oh... We can upgrade the weapons. It's just we had to complete that mission to upgrade those. Okay, makes sense. Upgrade the bullpup. Well, in its upgraded form, it might be actually worth it. In spite of the fact that I'd have to reload it constantly. Anyway, get the war suit going. You loadout-wise. I'll give you... blue... You'll take the blue screens because I don't have any snipers here. You're unbonded. You're good with the frozen... What? It's your class. You're Choi, right? You don't have anyone who actually is good at medical stuff. So you both are going to take some nanomeds just to protect yourselves and heal yourselves. And... Big country. No, we have a colonel here. No, wait, because I just got you. You haven't gone on any missions. So your grenade slot, we're going to give the acid grenade, so you have the extra use of the acid grenade. Big country, that's the only grenade we can put on you. Alright, fair enough. And, you know what? For the Colonel, before I forget, we should actually upgrade the Colonel to have some decent weapon upgrades. So... Superior laser sight... No, it's crit chance. Stock? No. That's just a bunch of crit stuff. We'll take the free reload. And, you know what, we'll just shove on. I want scope, but... the advanced scope on you? Sure. I don't want you missing. Upgrade someone to Fusion Swordo? There's no reason to, because we have no one here who actually uses the Fusion Sword. Cannon Fodder has basically taken control of the Assassin's Katanas, which don't miss and ignore armor, which is better than the Fusion Sword anyway. As far as I know. So I think we're pretty well equipped. Why do I have the frost bombs on you? You can take the dragon round? No, talon rounds. No, skulljack. If we're defending against something, I will definitely have you equipped. And in DeLuca's grenade slot, we'll take the frost bomb. And then I want to review the mission details real quick.
Their suffering is needless.
Yeah, we do have an elite officer to fight.
The Elder's offers of peace for the last time.
Alrighty then. Let us go. Yes, they did end up balancing late-game snipers. Late-game snipers can still do the ridiculousness that you saw in XCOM 1, but they can't do it consistently every turn. They have an ability that is arguably more powerful, but it's on a 5-turn cooldown every time they use it. And the natural aim penalties for being a sniper are far more severe than they were in XCOM 1, so you have to do a lot of building to get around those aim penalties. Once you do, a sniper is amazing. It's just most of my snipers right now, I have one good one that has ticked me off for the last time by missing.
The aliens just hit one of the resistance outposts hard. There may be survivors, but that's a best-case scenario. We're going in to secure the site. Neutralize all hostile contacts.
Alright, let's see what we can do here. We have the war suit.
Menace 1-5.
Decent
Hostile
armor
forces
as well.
are attacking the outpost. Eliminate all enemy units and protect those civilians.
Well, this is the
Advent
first
came in
chance I'm
hot, and
building
so did we.
the
You
sniper.
won't have a concealed position for deployment on this one.
I will move.
Oh no, we have no concealment to begin with. Oh, no one's gonna deny. Do I just want to start off, like, are they close enough for me to immediately do Reaper shenanigans? Because if I can do Reaper shenanigans on turn 1, yeah, they're close enough for me to do Reaper shenanigans. So I'm just gonna Reaper shenanigans, don't mind me. Yeah, let's get the first chrysalid down. Blade Master triggers.
X-ray neutralized.
Oh, we're gonna immediately go and try to hit the next one, which is right around this corner. That's even with a minimum roll, so we're still good. Let's do another slash over here and take you down.
Hostile target down.
We see more enemies. There's another chrysalid. Perfect. Color me interested. I could shredder. I can't sword. I have to shoot. Shooting is fine. And you dodged.
Weak hit.
But you got the hairline trigger, so you get to take another action. So let's fire again. And that killed you off.
Target
Do I get the
eliminated.
hairline trigger again? No, I don't. Not bad, but 4 kills on turn 1 is perfectly acceptable. Rangers, right now, are considered the most busted of XCOM 2, second only to snipers. Just because of those shenanigans. And if you have any of the Chosen's weaponry, specifically if you have the Assassin's weaponry, you can completely break a Ranger. So they can do an absolute... basically have a time murdering absolutely anything that comes in their way. The Luca, we're just moving everyone in because right now we haven't discovered anyone. Hammer, you know what, you can just move in.
Location confirmed.
This is your first actual mission, although I doubt you're going to be able to kill... Oh, chrysalid. Oh, no. What? Huh? Well, we know where they are, at least. At least civilians are willing to run away, and there's just a lot of chrysalids. Honestly, since most grapple actions don't take an action, I'm perfectly fine with this type of balancing. Choi, can you get over here? Now, I have the right mind that one of these is going to be a faceless. Can we get you both out of here?
Come on, hustle.
Let's get the region income increase by trying to save some people. Now, I know for a fact you're out there.
Solid
But
copy.
I'm just going to be busy trying to save some civvies.
Go on, get out
I
of
do
here.
not remember who has blue screen rounds. Someone here has blue screen rounds, and I can't recall.
That's affirmative.
But yeah, having grappling take an action would be an interesting balance choice, but grappling is also only useful like 50% of the time. Rest of the time, it's basically a completely worthless action.
Moving to position.
So there could be arguments on both sides.
Go, you're safe. Go.
Hey, Chrysalid.
They're underneath us.
Come on. Blade Storm.
Hostile terminated.
Really, I don't care if they get revealed, because I'm explicitly sending her out here to reveal the aliens.
On your order.
I should have run and gunned, because they now might just reveal themselves and not try to do anything. Please,
watch your
come
step
near
here.
DeLuca. There, not DeLuca. Cannon fodder. There we go, no chrysalid shenanigans yet.
Hostile target down.
Moxie. Get to heavy
I
cover.
advance.
Like, you also have to balance it with the fact that, like, for example, if grappling took an action, skirmishers would be infinitely worse at what they do than their current iteration. Just because of the things they added in War of the Chosen. Or as one of the things they added in War of the Chosen.
Affirmative.
Sure, I want you in cover from some direction, but I don't foresee many things that are actually going to be that problematic.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Alright, well, here comes the mech and the officer shooting someone.
Advent troops spotted.
There we go. Come on, come over here. Come over here. Don't just shoot on random people. You have run and gun available. Do you have... Right, you do explicitly do not trigger Overwatch shots.
Hauling ass!
So we're going to, quote, haul ass, unquote, and get over to the mech.
Will do!
One of these is going to be a faceless.
Of all the aliens running around out there these days, she just had to modify a berserker, didn't she? For curiosity. Though I agree it was perhaps not the most prudent of choices. This is the shot we've been waiting for. Take that thing down before it has a chance to run.
Well, I didn't expect that. Did not expect to see an alien ruler here. I would shield wall, but that only provides high cover to everybody else, so let's just try to kill the mech. That didn't exactly work. Berserker's going to take a ruler reaction. Tactical analysis, however, impairs its ability. Blade Storm triggers to deal damage. And maybe we can drive it off. Maybe. God. Well, can I grapple somewhere? I know they trigger literally after the first ruler mission. I just didn't expect a Berserker Queen to be here immediately. Killzone are serial with no real penalty. That is fair, but it's also balanced by the enemies that they've introduced now, if you use the DLC missions, at least. For example, this bastard right here. I think Cannon Fodder is actually going to die on this mission. I don't want Cannon Fodder. Oh, please tell me. Yes! Rupture! Rupture immediately! Please. One guaranteed crit, your armor is shredded. Alright, one punch.
I might need some help!
Wow, why are you stunned?
That thing is pissed. We gotta keep clear of that knockback.
I need you to get close enough to saturation fire. This bites. This does bite. Can I get close enough for saturation fire? Well, no, I'm already mostly close enough. I just don't want to hit civilians with saturation fire. Fine.
I go.
Mox, get over here. Let's try to get the Berserker to come to us.
You must go.
There we go. Hey, Berserker. Whiplash. Okay, I can whiplash the mech. The mech is shut down. We can whiplash because it's a free attack. It will not trigger the ruler. We can saturation fire. It will only hit... It'll hit everyone except the person we don't want it to hit. Can I get it so it doesn't hit the cover? Yes. So Mox, drop all your ammunition. It didn't do enough. Are you just charging him again?
There's some sort of psionic rift. I cannot begin to fathom why Dr. Valen would have allowed it to have this ability. It's trying to make a break for it. Take it out before it gets away.
Well, we aren't going to be able to off it, because we don't have a sniper here. We don't have anyone who can actually deal a ton of damage to it. Or stun it for the... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you can only... Why can you only dual strike the person we don't want you to dual strike?
What's over there?
Come on. You're gonna get a reaction. Don't run away. Like, you're gonna be in the gate. Oh, you just leave. Well, that's fair, I guess. Fine. Grenade these two. We'll get the mech, and we'll get the officer with a little damage. Can I skull mine you? I don't think I can. I don't think I could physically move far enough. Yeah. I wish I could stun. Well, I can't necessarily stun, but I can disorient. And I think this one's only going to have half an action anyway. So we're gonna capacitor discharge here.
Get ready for a shock.
I'm aware that rulers cheat. I heard about their BS abilities. So you're damaged and you're disoriented.
All right, I'll go.
Is there anyone else who needs to run away? I think I can get away with you, Mr. Petrov. There we
Status
go.
confirmed. We've secured a civilian contact.
And you're faceless. I knew there was too many. I knew there was too many of these creatures running about. Well, we can get rid of both of these. They're still disoriented, so they're gonna have... They're not gonna be able to do much. Marking? Marking. I mean, all I'm here for is to attempt to skull mine you. It's the only reason I've taken the actions that I have. And I can definitely reach. Let's hope this works out. 70%. Wish there was a buff to this. And hacked. I don't need a facility lead. More intel is always fine. More intel is fine. I don't exactly need a facility lead. I'm not in the market for one. Spitfire. You can probably kill the Faceless, but we're gonna just dual strike this Faceless just to make sure. Okay, it's exceedingly dead.
Happy now?
You're not able to do anything. You could run in to try to save some people. Oh wait, are you still stunned? You are still stunned. Get over here. You don't have free reloads, right? Son of a... Okay. We can grapple you up here. Because I would rather Mox take the damage than the people. It's a slash. It deals damage. Let's hope. Thank you for running. Why did you get... Oh, fusion weapon. Right, you're on fire.
Acknowledged. Multiple civilian contacts have been secured. I'm
I'm
going.
gonna check to see if that was close enough. It is. Alright. Try to finish it off. Alright, we saved the remaining civilian contacts. Perfect.
Yeah, big deal. Menace 1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts. The AO is clear. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
We couldn't kill the Berserker Queen in this one, but she was severely injured, and that's all we can really ask for. Remember correctly, they don't
Citizens
heal
of
between
Advent.
missions.
Despite the best efforts of our noble peacekeepers, their work today to wipe clear an unauthorized camp belonging to criminal elements outside the city was thwarted by the barbaric group XCOM. Know that we will not be deterred by this ongoing
This ongoing campaign of terror that has been almost 100% successful, aside from like 2 missions, and even then, those can only be barely constituted as a loss.
Valen's little experiment, Commander. Best stay on our toes. It could show up again at any time.
Rescued 12 civilians, boosting income in the region, and got a bunch of corpses.
Excellent work, Commander. Your efforts continue to bolster the resistance movement across the globe.
Alrighty then. 4 days for an experimental power weapon, then we're gonna get another war suit. Is there any training? We have no bonds that we can try. I could try to retrain people in the command center, but that doesn't seem like a brilliant idea. Or is it? What was the ability that I found basically worthless except for Shredder? I mean, that's on Fluffy. So I'm curious. Cajun? No, Blade Master, like, all the stuff here except for... Yeah, there's nothing here that I'd be interested in. Fluffy. I would replace blast padding with Shredder just because they don't really use explosives, even with the bonus point of armor.
Well, aside from us getting this ship up and running, which was mostly Dr. Shen's work, I haven't felt particularly useful in a long time. I'm more than happy to leave the hard decisions to the commander.
Let's see here. There was somebody. So I want to take a look at Abco. You have Long Watch or Return Fire. Right, you can get Shredder versus Death from Above, and I've learned that Death from Above is basically a useless ability. You can't refund abilities, not special training. Are you sure? Yes, I'm going to purchase this ability. Wait, so I could just straight up... Wait, what? Hold up. Could I have just straight up purchased the ability this whole time? Does he have, like, multiple abilities? Like, can they have multiple abilities? Hold up. Huh? Okay. Cannon fodder. Salutations and welcome to the Brain Trust. Well, this is a thank you, Farinor Evades, for evading me for this long and now finally returning to me. The game never explained that to me. Yes! This is beautiful. Okay, what are all the passive abilities that are really useful? You score 1 or more kills on your turn, you get an additional bonus move. I like the idea. I like the idea of re-entering concealment. So, you know, I'm gonna do Phantom. No, I'll do Conceal. Jesus, I did not know that this was a thing. I'm so happy. Which means I can actually give you the medical protocol. Deadeye? No, the shot isn't that great. Run and gun... Run and gun is definitely a maybe. Yeah, I'll take run and gun. Run and gun is beautiful, just because I play a very offensive style. I'm not going to use XCOM's AP. I'm going to see what I can do without using XCOM's AP first. Firing a shot in shadow, guaranteed to remain in shadow. Yes, we'll take Sting. We don't need homing mines. Hollow targeting is not that great. Although... that actually has a theoretical use. Shredder. John Martin. You don't have access to Shredder, Martin. But you do have access to Rupture. Yeah, I'll dip into the shared pool. Rupture is too good of an ability to pass by. Mox, you're almost at max rank. Is there... Unlocks the Ripjack Slash, which we already have. Take as many shots as your remaining actions. Tactical rigging, no thank you. Instead of firing, perform any single action. Retribution, a free Ripjack attack on an enemy that enters or attacks from melee range. Right, you don't have a high combat intelligence. Grant an extra action to a squad mate. 2 mobility with every kill this turn. I don't know if that's permanent or not. Total combat. Throwing a grenade or using an item no longer ends the turn. So I'm going to take Retribution, because Retribution's great. Right, I didn't... No wonder I was probably having so many early game problems, because I was just never spending these abilities because I didn't know I could. I mean, heck, this means every heavy is just going to get blast padding. If they can afford blast padding, every heavy is just going to grab blast padding, because there's no reason not to take blast padding. Sure, screw it. Yeah, why not? We'll take Serial. We'll take Serial and just keep firing. Why not? And do I want to take from the shared pool? Blast? Yes. Shared pool for extra armor? Yes, please. I could see that, but now now that I know what I have available, how about you all? What do you got? You've got a lot of stuff. Rapid fire seems great. Death from above is terrible. Shredder is great. We'll give you Shred. And Reaper. Implaceable. Because I just realized Implaceable combined with Reaper means that if you have both actions going, kill, free move, kill, free move, kill, free move, it basically means you can keep the chain going. Which means I kind of screwed up. I didn't... No, I gave you Implaceable. Alright. Your other stuff isn't exactly that useful. Is there anyone else who really needs to get a buff right now? You have a lot of standard stuff. I need to start making use of the Templar. My Templar, for those wondering who are just joining us now, my Templar is only so low level just because I never got the Templars until like halfway through because I always considered everything more important. I realize how big of a mistake that is now, but don't judge me. We'll do more upgrades as they come to it because I can't see anyone else who Waka. Waka? Oh, you're on covert action. I have 120 AP, it's just there's not a lot I can really use it on. Oh, yes, no. Yes, take Untouchable. Like, you can take Untouchable to begin with, because you're Pistolier. Right. You have got a lot of interesting... Implaceable? Rupture. Yes, I'll take 20 points out of the pool. And we don't need anything else, really. I would use Death from Above, but it's just so useless to me. I do have a Psyops. He is wounded, unfortunately, so I can't do anything with him right now. These two max-level Rangers were given me from a mission, and this max-level Grenadier was also given to me from a mission. Speaking of which, max-level Grenadier. Hollow targeting. Ever Vigilant is an amazing skill. Lightning Reflexes is not necessary. Although Blast Padding is. There we go. I do have a single Psyops. I can't do any other things with his skills yet, but I'll be able to in a moment. Well, now I've spent a lot of ability points I didn't realize I could. God, that is just... That's gonna make things so much easier. Fire Axis. Really?
Did you expect that I would be fearful at the news of your discovery? You may be aware of my movements, but it will change nothing.
You're plotting new course.
Alright, well, we've got time, we gotta heal, we gotta get rid of the tiredness debuff. I want to see what this heavy weapon is. I don't know if it's like a Proving Grounds project, which if it is, then, well, by all means, give it to me.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander. The fact that this armored environmental suit is capable of functioning in combat well after the original wearer has expired is remarkable. I must consult with Shin for further study into this unusual behavior.
Although I was extremely hesitant to perform an autopsy on this creature before an extensive analysis of the fumes vented with regularity from its suit, my concerns were overruled by the rest of the senior staff due to our overbearing time constraints. It was with some relief that I discovered the most common element to be argon, an otherwise harmless gas when handled properly. Although similar in size and physical structure to the muton species, the Andromedan, as it's come to be known, does not appear to be the same genetic design as the muton. I stress design here because perhaps more so than all but the most extreme examples, the Andromedan was engineered to exist only within the confines of the environmental suit we see them wearing in the field. Destruction of protective equipment results in a reaction similar to what we might see if a human astronaut were to remove their helmet in space. That is to say, a painful and unpleasant death within minutes. Access to Proximity Mine. Wonder, do we have a breakthrough available? Nope. Alright, well, I'll just... No, give me the Viper King autopsy. Although clearly reminiscent of the known viper species we encounter with some regularity, this specimen is unique for a number of reasons, not the least of which is its gender. This being the only male viper ever reported, it may be possible to repurpose some facet of its biology for our use in our own armor development programs. Hello, Project Temper! I have thought of doing voice acting, I just don't know how to get started, and I'm also going off to college in about a month, which is gonna put a damper on me attempting to live stream stuff. But hey, I can always just point to this stuff that I do right now as a good example of what you would expect.
Although it had been years since I conducted my last autopsy, I found the process returned to me quite naturally. This subject was perhaps less intimidating because of its similarities to varying reptile species found naturally on Earth. Because of extensive cytogenetic modifications to the subject's chromosomes, this could very well be the only male variant in the entire species.
And thank you for the bits, my good man. So for those who are just joining us now, just to catch you all up on what has occurred thus far. Retaliation missions, and we finally found the time to start the alien rulers, of which we immediately encountered the Berserker Queen, and we also insta-killed the Viper King, because repeaters are an amazing item to equip on anything from XCOM's equipment. We also have access to a new resistance order that means that there's a slight chance we'll get random resistance soldiers whenever we begin a mission. Anyway, let's continue this overgrown tank. I want to see the heavy weapon.
Our actions have succeeded, and the Elders grow fearful.
Right! That's why I sent Wakalicious on this. Because Wakalicious's aim sucked so bad on that mission, I forced him to improve it. Our recent breakthrough has led to an immediate refinement of the manufacturing process of all beam weapons, increasing their damage by 1. Oh, it most definitely has. And that's not to say that the changes are bad. The changes are actually pretty darn good. Now, I could boost the combat intelligence of someone and get more aim, but I don't see much of a point. I could force a bond, which we've been kind of waiting for it. Art of War is useless, we don't need more supplies. I would like to hunt the Chosen. We don't have a skirmisher available. Aliens still do cheat, but it's not impossible to deal with. I would like there's a lot of things I would like. You still have instances of lag-com, most notably at the start of missions, most likely when everything's generating, but aside from that, the game seems to run pretty fine, at least on my machine, although my machine is... I think I have a 750 Ti running in this from NVIDIA, or it's gone up to an something from the 800 series, I think. And it has quad-core i5 processor and at least 16 gigs of RAM. Admittedly, I would have to upgrade the motherboard to do any more real major upgrades to it, but it seems to run pretty fine on my machine. No, we don't need to increase income. So then what do we want to do? Unlock the Chosen Stronghold mission. The Resistance Order is not that great. But forcing a bond to be formed. Is there a chance for ambush? No, there's a chance for wounding, and it's not even that much. Waka, get out here. We've been trying to get you a bond with feedback for so freaking long. Get your bond together. A free turn on reveal. The aliens get a free movement just so if they get revealed, because you can see them without them being revealed. If you see them without being revealed, and then they didn't get that free turn, you'd be able to set up a perfect kill field. I do want to upgrade Waka, but there's no reason to upgrade Waka yet, and that's only because Waka is not at any risk except for wounding. So we'll send these people out right now and force them to become good friends.
We will begin the covert action immediately, Commander.
And everyone's actually become healed. Now, let's train the abilities. of our good PSYOP. What? Are you just like too weak to... Oh no, you have to train them in the shadow chamber, don't you? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna buy another soldier. I don't... Ooh, wait a minute. I saw someone with green eyes. Who looks interesting to me?
For most of my kind, what we remember of our lives
Welcome,
as
Astrid.
advent puppets is clouded. Where once there was a constant stream of dominance, now there is only emptiness.
No, I don't want to do the shadow chamber of
newfound
Scilabs.
purpose, we will strike back at those who gave us no choice in our actions.
Commander, now that we've built the shadow chamber, we should be able to complete a more thorough analysis of the alien artifacts and
silence.
data we've been recovering.
Completely stuns the none of those abilities are particularly good. You know what? Let's get another Psi operative underway. It's 10 days. I would shove an engineer in here, but all my engineers are actually being used elsewhere. So, let us continue. What is going on here? Idle staff in the infirmary. And we have no one that we can remove the negative traits from. In that case, we'll empty you out, and we'll shove you into the Psi Labs to reduce the training time. So it's only 5 days before we get your psychic shenanigans rolling. We'll complete the Viper King autopsy, and we're going to get the overgrown tank.
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander. Despite an extensive study of Dr. Valen's research reports, I have yet to discover how she came to acquire such an impressive understanding of the processes involved in the editing and manipulation of alien genetic material.
Having carefully studied what remains of Dr. Valen's personal research reports, I've slowly come to understand the depths of her intellectual curiosity and the degree to which she was consumed by her ambition. By reversing key changes to the Viper's genetic structure, traits intentionally suppressed by the aliens, she created this, Subject Gamma, the Viper King. The idea of a Viper Patriarch is in itself intriguing, considering there have been no previous sightings of any male members of the species. Valen theorized that this may have been an intentional form of population control, the Elders having restricted their subordinate species' ability to breed. Having seen the apparent nesting site created by Gamma and the discovery of egg clutches, none of which were left viable for sampling, I can say with some confidence that creature did immediately set out to pursue the natural instincts that had long since been restrained through genetic tampering. As of yet, I have no explanation as to how the Viper's venom glands were affected in such a way as to change their form and function so dramatically. Further study will be necessary, but I've promised to allow some of Gamba's remains to be utilized towards a new conceptual armor design. New Proving Grounds project available, the Serpent Suit. Improved beam weapons. All beam weapons damage output increased by 1. I'm running out of things that are short on study, so let's get the plasma
I will
lance.
make that our highest priority.
Proving Grounds Project 1 will be finished soon, giving us a new experimental powered weapon. Let's get the heavy weapon from the tank. Blaster Launcher, the AI-assisted high-explosive shell. We've got the blaster launchers back. The overgrown husk of an old tank was left deeply embedded in the soil as if dropped from the sky. Whether this is a result of alien activity or a failed airdrop attempt is unknown. We were able to strip the tank of its weapon systems and repurpose them for our own use. Acceptable. So that's what that does. I'm going to go for integrated warfare. Now, it's going to seem a little silly, but oh, it's 200 supplies? Well, we have Black Market for a reason.
Plotting new course.
I'm gonna sell off one of the old nano vests because they're basically useless. Viper corpses, Inspector corpses. Or we could just trade some intel for supplies. Don't have any intel, unfortunately. Or don't have enough intel for me to be that interested. Superior scope? Nah. Okay, we usually earn a ton more alien alloys from supply runs anyway. I don't know how much we're going to need chrysalid corpses, but we actually only need about this much. And we'll have access to the ability to purchase the supply up. What was it for 200 supplies? Right, we could start building the radio relay. And so we're going to start by building it here.
Setting course.
As I want the
Eastern
continent bonus if I can afford it.
Ward.
That continental bonus is going to carry us through a lot of the game, just because I'm tired of getting my character stunned for extended periods of time. Right, that dark event's still underway. And Gorilla.